Welcome to the art project. Um, just want to let y'all know that I am still working and still producing videos, or will be, but I have been doing a lot of manual labor lately, and it has caused my hands to, well, I've just like worked them really, really hard, and so they have swollen to the point where writing and drawing actually makes my hands numb. So it's very uncomfortable to write or very uncomfortable to draw. So essentially, I can use my hands just fine as long as I don't have them in like the same position, like wrapped around a pencil for too long a period of time. So I decided to clean up my wood shop. I have what I call my man cave. That's back there in the back of this video, upper left hand corner. It's my paint studio and my drawing studio and just my general man cave. And then in front of that is my wood shop, which is where I'm cleaning up right now. So I don't know, I kind of thought it would be fun just to get a time-lapse video of me cleaning my wood shop. I'm not exactly sure how long it took me, but the footage, the time-lapse footage that I'm left with is about 15 minutes long. So I decided to open up the front door, get a fan going, and sweep the place out and blow some the sawdust out of here. I've been building a fence, and so sawdust everywhere, and I have a tendency to like get stuff out and not put it back and just like pile it on top of my table saw. So all of that junk you see right there at the bottom middle of the screen, underneath that is a table saw, and I've been using my miter saw mostly, so I didn't really need the table saw. So I would get stuff out and just pile it up on the table saw at night when I would bring everything back in. Raise your hand if you got a messy wood shop like this or messy studio. So just cleaning up, moving everything around, putting everything back where it goes, throwing the trash in the garbage can. In a few minutes I'll start blowing the dust out everywhere, and you'll see how cloudy it gets. It's kind of crazy. There's a lot of things here that just don't go in a wood shop. Like there's like bags of grass fertilizer and grass seed right there, and I don't have a very big wood shop, mind you. It's like 9 feet wide and about 20 feet deep, I think. So there's not a whole lot of room, and behind the board that you see on the left center of the screen, that board sticking into the video there, behind that is most of my lumber kind of leaning up against the wall or on racks. So you don't see any lumber or anything here, but it's taking up a lot of floor space. I'm not really organizing very well. If it is a screw or a nail, I'm just throwing it in one of those random drawers up there. If it's some kind of a hand tool or measurement tool, I'm just throwing it in the toolbox back there on the counter. Eventually I hope to have a real way of, I've got some stuff has a place. A lot of stuff has a place, but there's a lot of stuff that needs a place. So you might be asking, what in the world does this have to do with art? Well, for a while I did a lot of stuff that was just cutouts. Like I would draw my picture on a piece of plywood, I would cut it out, and then I would paint that, and I'm actually hoping to do some more of those pretty soon, and maybe even get some on video like real soon. I've got one in the works. At least the sketch and initial drawing is done. And then another reason is because not only do I draw and paint, but I used to do a lot of sculpture. Well, maybe not a lot of sculpture, but just So I did a large wooden pencil one time. I did some wooden furniture that kind of looked like some of the paintings that I was working on. I'm also just kind of a do-it-yourselfer. I think working with my hands, creating, whether it be a drawing, a painting, a sculpture, a piece of furniture, a new bathroom, a fence around my yard. I'm a real, well, I like to think I'm a real do-it-yourselfer. So that table saw that is now becoming visible out from under all the junk that I've moved was my grandfather's table saw. He, I don't know when he had it, like back in the 70s. He might have bought it in the 60s. And then my dad had it for a long time, and then my dad gave it to me when I had a wood shop to put it in. I'm pretty proud of that. That's my favorite thing. That's a new fence on it. The original fence was there when I got it, but it wasn't very accurate anymore, and the bar was bent. So I'm not sure where I just went. Oh, I think I was rolling up some cord outside, so you can see a little bit of the shadow flashing on the wall. That's because I've got the front door of my wood shop open, and I'm going in and out of it to clean some stuff out, throw some stuff away. I can't decide what's good scrap and what's bad scrap. You know, like I obviously can't keep every little piece that I cut off of a piece of wood. So how short should it be to get thrown away, or how long should it be to be kept? What type of lumber should it be? You know, like should I throw away all scrap plywood? Should I keep every block of 2x4? I don't know. And these are probably questions that are not real relevant to most of the people that watch my YouTube channel, since most of my YouTube channel stuff is drawing and painting. But like I said, I kind of wanted to just let y'all know that I am still working, or I will be working pretty soon. My drawing challenges that I did had to stop for a few days just because my hands are so incredibly swollen. They've just been really taxed lately. Having a hard time sleeping at night because they get numb in the middle of the night and wake me up. But I will get back to it as soon as my hands have rested a little bit. There's my daughter come to help me. Look, you can see the top of my table saw and the top of my outfeed table. Amazing. There's my dog and my other daughter. It didn't take them long to get out. And here is where I start making a lot of dust. It's really hard to sweep in here with so much like lumber resting against the floor. I don't know where I got 3 crowbars, but I have 3 crowbars. All right, here we go. So I've got a fan that pushes all of the dust out the front door while I use my air nozzle to blow dust off the walls and shelves and lumber and all of that. Decided it was probably a good idea to put a mask on. Alright, here comes the dust. It was all over the floor. It was all over the ceiling. It was just insane. I hadn't swept it out or cleaned it out in a long time. Of course, every time I blow the dust up in the air, it just settles right back down on top of everything. So I have to do this like multiple times. I have to blow the tops off of that thing, work my way to the front, and come back and do it all over again. You'll see me probably blow the table saw off 10 times before the end of this video. That is, if you haven't stopped watching already. I wouldn't blame you whatsoever if you quit watching. Look how much cleaner it's starting to become. See, I'm blowing the table saw off again, and it's like it was never dusted to begin with. This is kind of like a flip that house video, you know. There's a major wreck. I don't know why anybody would necessarily want to watch a video like this, but I guess in a way it's sort of fascinating to see what all was there before, what it looked like before, and then what it looks like after. And this is really not even the end of it. I'm going through and making some changes and adding some shelves and stuff like that later on, but this is just the initial cleanup. I'm basically doing this so I can get to that cutout painting I was telling you about earlier. I was going to make a video of doing that painting, but couldn't get to it because everything was a total wreck in my studio, in my wood shop. I got out a little vacuum cleaner here so I can get more of the dust. I'm actually down here underneath the table saw, getting all the sawdust out from under the table saw. I guess another way to look at this video is it's just a vlog. It's me documenting a moment in my life as I clean up my wood shop. Yep. Don't have a whole lot else to do since we were all quarantined for the coronavirus, the COVID-19. Haven't really left my yard since I got all the stuff I needed to build the fence. I've pretty much been in my yard or my house for the last, was it like 28 days now, I think? Crazy. Actually, it might be 30 days now. Wonder how much longer we're going to have to stay. Well, doesn't matter to me much because I got plenty to do around the yard, the house, the wood shop, the man cave, the studio. Plenty to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I might add, not necessarily add to this video, but add a video in a day or two of me cleaning out my man cave, doing a time-lapse video of it, because my man cave with all my painting stuff and office stuff is a big mess right now too. So thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, go to another video and give it a thumbs up, all right? This was not necessarily meant to be informative. This is just kind of be, entertaining or something. I don't know. pass the time because you've already watched everything on Netflix. You know what I mean? So, let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions about anything you see right here in this wood shop of mine. If you got any questions, answers, derogatory remarks, no, don't give me those. Well, I don't care if you do or not. Anyway, there you go. That's like 15 minutes and 55 seconds of your life you'll never get back. Stop watching videos and go make some art.